Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Scouting 5, recapping scouting news from around the world for the week of April 24th, 2023. I'm Scouter Ken, and I am once again recording from St. Albert, Alberta. So, we don't tend to have this problem in Scouts Canada because of how we do our online popcorn orders. But the Girl Scouts in the United States recently learned a lesson about what a transition to online ordering can mean for cookies that are really only ever supposed to be in limited supply anyways. Quoting CNN, "For decades, Girl Scouts has used cookie sales to raise funds and teach Scouts about entrepreneurship. This year, thanks to the Raspberry Rally cookie, members got a painful lesson in what can happen when high demand meets limited supply. The much-hyped Rally, a raspberry-flavored spin on the Thin Mint, was always supposed to be a limited edition cookie, but interest in it seemed to have taken the Girl Scouts leadership by surprise, perhaps because of a new online-only ordering system. As demand surged, with some cookies even ending up on eBay, in some cases listed for about $40 per box, supply stayed the same, because cookie makers couldn't quickly pump out more Rallies. One of the Scouts manufacturers, ABC Bakers, said it needed lots of lead time to make limited edition cookies. The other, Little Brownie Bakers, said bad weather caused power outages at a Kentucky plant, contributing to other inventory issues that led to tight supply. As a result, the Rallies sold out rapidly, leaving Scouts and parents to explain the situation to annoyed shoppers, even as they tried to make sense of it themselves. What went wrong? Predicting demand for the Rallies may have been especially difficult because the Girl Scouts introduced a whole new way to buy them, said Terry Esper, Associate Professor of Logistics at Fisher College of Business at The Ohio State University. Unlike other cookies, the Raspberry Rally was offered exclusively online, with shipments sent directly to customers. That meant shoppers could order it themselves, though Girl Scouts encouraged them to ask Scouts to place orders. Girl Scouts, which has been relatively slow to move sales online, said that when it introduced Rallies, the sales channel would help Scouts learn about e-commerce. The Rallies aren't supposed to be sold at Scouts cookie booths. The ease of online ordering may have attracted more customers, plus Girl Scouts built a lot of hype with the limited time offer, creating a sense of urgency. Yet as customers clamored for the cookie, Scouts and their parents learned there was no chance of increasing supply by the end of cookie season in April. As I was saying, that's not a problem that we have as much with Scouts Canada because we do our... The expectation, I think, around Girl Guide cookies here in Canada and Girl Scout cookies in the US is that, they're there at the point of sale. The Raspberry Rallies are different, of course, because they are an online-only thing. You buy them online and then they get shipped to you. But whereas our popcorn orders go in and then the popcorn is produced, that's how it's done now, so we don't really tend to run hard into those supply issues. That wasn't the case here. There was a limited run of these cookies produced, and in addition to, whatever other logistical problems may have happened, it sounds like the online ordering system didn't properly account for that limited inventory. Tricky thing. Meanwhile, out in British Columbia, Scouts came together for what they are calling a Rally Day. Quoting the Maple Ridge News, "A Rally Day is being hosted by a local scouting group in Maple Ridge that will feature buggy and cub car races. The Scouts from groups in Maple Ridge, Pitt Meadows, and Mission, all in British Columbia, will gather at Golden Ears United Church. If the weather is nice, they will hold the event outdoors at the rear of the church, if not, inside. There will be beaver buggy races, cub car races, and scout trucks. The first Haney Scout Group will be hosting the event. They are expecting between 300 and 400 people coming and going throughout the day. Children aged 5 to 14 years old will be competing, and more than 200 vehicles are expected to race." The first Haney Scout Group, incidentally, received its charter on October 18th, 1929, under the sponsorship of the St. Andrews Haney United Church, now known as Golden Ears United Church. I have to admit, I love these sorts of rally days, where you just get a bunch of Scouts together and a bunch of tracks, and you're just racing buggies and cub cars and scout trucks well into the afternoon. It is a grand old time. We missed the one that happened here. My scout group did. We were actually at a camp or a hike, I forget which. But if you can get to them, they're hilarious good fun. Well worth going. Moving across Canada a little bit, Scouts in Squamish, also in British Columbia, now that I think about it, recently achieved the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Quoting the Squamish chief, "A local Scout was presented with the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award by the Duke himself, Prince Edward, on April 28th. The award was also given to Zach Stubley of the 4th Squamish Scouts. Leon Stubley was also due to go, but couldn't get time off of his nursing course to attend, according to the group administrator for the 4th Squamish Scouts. The presentation was at the Fairmont Pacific Rim, and there were 34 youth from across Canada in attendance. Zach has been a member of the Squamish Scouts from age 5 and has achieved this award through his time in the Venturer section. It's kind of interesting. The Duke of Edinburgh was seen as the top section award. I guess you would call it like the equivalent of Eagle Scouts, except that, it's earned when you're in Rover Scouts, and you're generally older than 18 when you're in Rover Scouts. Although, as mentioned here, you can work on it prior to turning 18 as well. But the Duke of Edinburgh was for the longest time seen as like sort of the capstone award for any Rover Scout in Canada to earn. That has partly been replaced by the Rover Scout Award, which was rolled out as part of the Canadian Path program, although the Duke of Edinburgh is still pursued by many Scouts. It is not an exclusive to Scouting award, though, just so you know. Moving over to Mexico, a story about a Scout who is leveraging her skills to make prosthetic limbs. And evidently this nabbed her the Messenger of Peace Hero Award in 2021. Quoting Scout.org. Mariana Elizalde Cano, a 23-year-old Scout from Mexico, became a Messenger of Peace Hero in 2021 in recognition of her remarkable work in producing and donating over 160 prosthetic arms across Mexico using her home 3D printer. Mariana, a biomedical engineering student, is passionate about technology and the breakthroughs it can achieve to better the lives of people around the world. She spoke to World Scouting about her amazing achievement. And I will link to the article in the show notes. It is, as that introduction says, an interview with Mariana herself, in which she talks at length about the project and her motivations for pursuing it. Well worth a read if you have a moment. And one more story from Scout.org to round it out. Just a little news brief about the first Africa Rover Moot, which is going on right now. Actually, I think it just wrapped up, if I'm not mistaken. Quoting Scout.org, as mentioned. The first Africa Rover Moot has officially opened. This was posted on the 16th of April. At the Rowalan National Scout Camp in Nairobi, Kenya, with over 600 scouts and adult volunteers from 34 countries around the world. The 10-day camping event will see the participants aged between 18 and 26 years engage in various activities and challenges that will equip them with knowledge and skills for active global citizenship. Moots provide young adults with an opportunity to create international friendships and understanding, and to be prepared to make a difference in the world. Being the first Moot held in Africa, the event offers a great opportunity for growth and development of rover scouting in the region and beyond. Like I mentioned, Brian Wick, who I've been working with to coordinate the trip to Kandersteg that is upcoming for us, was in attendance there. And actually, looking through the photos, I think I see a few Canadian uniforms in the mix in this article. So that is also, in and of itself, quite awesome to see. If you had a chance to go to the Rover Moot, sounds awesome. I'd be keen to hear how it went and what your thoughts were. And that is all the news I have for this week. Thank you again for listening, and until next time, be prepared.